Rangers Orchestra online music training class. Okay, so this is for those who are thinking, wishing, praying to be a saxophonist. It's called saxophone. Okay, so this is your first approach, or you have been playing before, or you've been training before, you're welcome. With time, we'll get to where you are, and then we'll continue from that place. So, but if you have not played at all, this is your first time, I want you to pay attention. This is the saxophone, and saxophone is a woodwind instrument, just like I've taught you the other time in the theoretical class. We have wind instrument, and we have two types of wind instrument. We have the brass wind instrument, we have the wood wind instrument, which I told you that I will tell you why it is called wood wind instrument. Okay, so this is the saxophone, and according to record, saxophone is the second instrument after violin that imitates human voice. It's a kind of a very sweet instrument, melodious. You're gonna like it. You can browse, you can Google about the history. You find out that it was first rejected, but after much, because of its uniqueness, it was rejected. But after much, it was accepted into the orchestra. And of course, back then, every instrument wanted to join the orchestra. Not now that few want to join the orchestra, but now then everybody wants to join orchestra. The aim of every instrument is to join orchestra, right? So this was rejected, but now it is widely accepted, and wherever you go here and there, birthday surprises, marriages, and the rest of them, you see the saxophone on the show. Okay, so you are welcome to this saxophone class, and we are going to start first by introducing the parts of this saxophone, and then we'll go to the next class. So first today we are going to introduce the parts of this saxophone. And I'm going to dismantle it a bit so you can actually get how it is. So when you get your saxophone, it will come in form of a box, a kind of box depending on how your own come from. Like, so you have some of this instrument there, and this is first of all the unique saxophone. Okay, this is saxophone instrument. There are other, we have premier, we have classic, we have other types of uh, saxophone. Everybody wants to buy a professional saxophone, so below you can send a message to us and we'll guide you on how you can get a professional saxophone. Okay, we also do sell saxophone, so if you want us to get one across to you, you can also get to us and then we'll get one across to you. So this is a saxophone, and in the current economy it's worth up to 250,000 and above for a new one in Nigeria. Okay, I'm talking about Naira. Alright, so if you have gotten one, then you may be asking yourself, where do I start from? Here is where you start from. First of all, know the parts of the instrument. Okay, this is number one, this is the one we call the neck. So I'll start from the neck. This is the neck of the saxophone. It used to be like this. When you get it, you don't have to fix anything. It has a cork. This is the cork. This kind of rubber. Please don't tear it. It might be difficult for you to get a replacement of this cork. So this is how it used to come, like a cork, and then please remember, saxophone is a kind of flexible instrument, and then it is fragile. When we talk about fragility, we don't mean that when it gets to the ground it will break. No, but it's fragile that every single every single thing about it matters. So once it has problem, then you have to fix it back. If not, it can disappoint you even on the stage. So this cork is very important, no matter how simple it may look like. So don't do anything to it. So you have this other part, and then you have a pin here. Please make sure you take care of your instrument once you've gotten it. Alright, so how do you take care of this? Please make sure after use or before use, just wash it, and then you want to wash it, cover this hole to avoid, there's a rubber here so the rubber don't get wet. Cover this hole and then push water through one edge and then it comes out to the other. That's how to wash it, okay, to make it look good, and then dry it up, right? Dry it up. So in your saxophone you see materials for drying it. Use them and dry it up. Alright, so the next one, you may ask why it is called wood wind instrument. I'll tell you why it is called woodwind instrument. So we have this thing called reed. It is called reed. R-E-E-D. Reed. Okay? So this is a special kind of wood that is, without this, it's like the tongue of the saxophone. So imagine when your tongue is being cut off, how we talk. So without this, you can't play the saxophone. So this is quite in depth in the saxophone. So according to the market now, you can get it 5,000 above or below, depending on your location. Okay, and if you're looking for a good one, I will, you can just chat me up by then we can direct you how to get the best read in town. We're talking about people in Nigeria, and then your country, we can also direct you if you're outside the country Nigeria. Okay, so this is the read. It comes a kind of with something like this. Okay, so this is the one I am using. So if you want to know the name, you can just tell me about the name, of course. So this is it. And then this is what we have, the mouthpiece. Mouthpiece, you might have heard about mouthpiece, very different instrument. So this is mouthpiece, it looks like a whistle. Without this, it can't make any sound. That's it. And this, so this is what we call the ligature. I hope you are writing down. The ligature, Ligature, the ligature. So first of all, you see ligature has a smaller opening and wider, the wider opening. So from the wider opening, fix it to the edge of this. All right. Some like keeping it like this, while some like taking it down. So there are different type of ligature. So you can, if you wish to get more information about it, just sign up and I will direct you. All right. So this is it. So just fix it. Please do not fix it like this. Remember, you see this edge of the reed is very important. If anything happens to this, if any crack happen to this edge of the reed, then you are in trouble. So don't fix it like this to avoid crack. So fix it like this. So I like keeping my like this for my tune. You can also keep yours any way you want, depending on the kind of tune you want to have. So now, where will I stop? Please make sure it carries with the tip of the mouthpiece. You get it? So let it tarry and let it match. Bam! So once it's okay, you can then tighten it. Make sure it matches. Make sure they match together. The same size as it been carved out in the mouthpiece. So then you tighten it. Okay? Tighten it. And then you can have a kind of sound, when you now play it, it can start producing a kind of sound, a crying can. That kind of sound. Okay, that's when you fix it. Remember before it couldn't make any sound, but now it's making a sound. Don't worry about the sound, you're going to modify the sound soon. So then you can actually fix your, just fix your neck, okay? Fix it on that particular side of the cork. So make sure it balances. There's a mark that's been given on the cork where it will stop. Let it stop in that place. Okay, so now you have a kind of you can practice something like this. So keep practicing it and make sure you get this kind of sound. Now, we'll come on the next time how you can get this particular type of sound. So let's go on to introduce some part of it. We will not talk about these keys. Gradually, we'll be learning about these keys, okay? But just know that saxophone is filled with keys, 23 keys. All right, on the body, 23 good keys. Okay, so we're not going to talk about the keys. We just have to start learning them one after the other in our subsequent classes. All right, so this is how it looks like. Okay, it's a very wonderful one. It's a very nice one. Okay, it's a very nice and wonderful one. So, this is the bell. A kind of that of bell you have in the secondary school or primary school. Okay, so this is what we call the octave key, and then This is the screw. So these pipes and all these things, you get to know all of them one after the other depending on the class we are into. Okay, so this is the thumb hook where you hook your thumb. Okay, your own may have a different kind of rubber one, so you hook your thumb here, and this is the thumb rest. You can see this in here, thumb rest. So where you keep this thumb, so to help you play the octave key and then to rest on it. Okay, so that is all we can do for the part of the instrument called saxophone. So in the subsequent class, we'll start breaking down these keys. 23 keys, they may be much to your hearing, but with time, they find it easy to make use of them. Okay, so that is where we're going to stop for today. See you in our next class.